Hey everyone! You know, Kidder Music Service is one of the greatest assets to our school district. From providing day-to-day materials like reeds and valve oil to purchasing pieces of sound and instrumental equipment, there isn't anything they can't do. Kidder Music Service helps our students sound the best they can each and every day, and we are proud to call them a Music in the Making sponsor. If you are looking for similar materials for your school, don't hesitate to call and ask for assistance and mention us, Music in the Making, today. Their number is 309-692-4040, or visit kiddermusic.com, that's Kidder music.com today for all your music classroom needs. And now, on to the podcast. Welcome to Music in the Making.
That's illegal.
I want to be with you everywhere. A Halloween party. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk about work.
That's not what I said. Well, and I like Stanridge, so it's like I kind of.
Oh, you guys are friends?
Yeah,
You guys
I
are
talked to.
friends?
Yeah, we talked
to him last week.
a whole 5 minutes at Midwest last year. We are 3 high school and junior high music teachers from West Central Illinois.
And someone had to go to the bathroom during intermission and missed it. And that someone is me.
Yeah! Each week we will talk about our experiences in the classroom, community, and personal lives too. Please welcome your hosts, Lisa Hallen.
We say move all this stuff down there, and then it gets moved, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we moved that from there to there to there? Stop recording.
Art Martinez, happy Friday if it's not a Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, or if you're Lisa, it's a week later. And Kevin Ferry.
Oh, what you're talking about.
During class. Calling, and I was like, wow, this just lasts from the
Too
past.
cool for school.
2019 DMs reporting for duty.
Direct messages.
Drum majors.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. We're talking
Direct
music.
messages.
We're like,
Are your band ready?
yeah. They are.
No taking the field in exhibition.
They are typing. It's like bubbles, and then the bubbles go away.
Bubble. Let's go.
We've already started, man.
I know you haven't said the magic word.
Oh well, I mean,
So-
just because I haven't said it doesn't mean I haven't started.
He said it in his
Put that on a shirt.
He said it in his heart.
It's been in there.
One
You've
way
had
since
that-
you looked at me.
You've had that feeling in
It's
your
been-
body that it's once again time for another episode of Music in the Making. Welcome back, everyone. Whew! We got a full week of school under our
It
belts.
wasn't a full week. It was 4 days, and it was the
I-
longest 4 days in the
I-
history
Mr.
of 4
Ferry,
days.
I was in the middle of my conversation. Thank you, Lisa. Anyway, so we had a long first week of school, and then we followed it by
Mr. Martinez!
What, Lisa? I'm trying to talk here.
Wow.
You can't.
We're at a record for like Lisa dialogue percentage already.
You
Her-
can't just
her-
imitate me and count it as me talking.
Her content is low. Her followers want her to talk more. If she's not going to do it, someone's got to do it.
Martinez!
What, Lisa? I'm trying to start the podcast here. Anyway, what I was trying to say was we had a long first week, and thank the Lord we had a 3-day weekend. But coming out of a 3-day weekend, yes, I agree. It's always the worst.
That was brutal.
And I honestly don't know what it is. It's like we know we have 4 days, only 4 days, but it's like I don't know if it's like because it's like we took that extra day to sleep or took that extra day to rest or whatever it is.
I don't
But the first day back after a 3-day weekend is horrible. I think that's why I prefer Fridays being the 3-day weekend, not the Mondays.
Really?
I think personally, I
No,
think I would like that.
Because then you lose a jeans day. I know you just make the Thursday jeans day.
I'm just saying in
Yeah.
I'm just saying in
Uh-huh.
general, but yes, you lose jeans day.
I just love because when we're going on Monday, it's like, okay, Tuesday, I can look nice. Wednesday, collared shirts, jeans. Thursday, look nice. It's like a one and one.
She's calling you out, Mr. Ferry, since you don't wear jeans.
What?
It's 70, 80 degrees out. I'm wearing shorts.
I am cold
You know
in
what?
our office.
She's phrasing it
Shout
right.
out Lynette Jennings. She said it the best. Lynette Jennings is a math teacher, science teacher here at Monmouth Roseville High
Shout
School.
out.
And she
Shout
already
out.
shouted her out,
Oh.
but that's okay. We can shout her out.
Double
3
shout
times.
out, absolutely.
she said it best when we got back from stupid remote learning, and I can say stupid remote learning, and if you're offended by that, I'm not sorry. Stupid remote learning. Lynette said in a faculty meeting, hey, I teach just as well in my jeans as I do when I'm dressed up. Can we stop this ridiculous dress code thing? And I thought Eric, our new principal, did a great job with saying, hey, let's just look nice. Let's just look professional. I don't want to be the dress code police, but like, I would wear shorts every day all year long.
Yep. I mean, I mean, there's some truth to that because I would say that, like, my first year, of course, I'm trying to make sure that I'm looking as nice and professional all the time, and I wore essentially like pants every single day. Good Lord, like when I'm trying to teach at the junior high, I'm moving constantly. I am sweating. So like I told myself, you know what? I can look nice with shorts, and I can wear like a polo, or I can wear like a nice school hoodie, or at least the very least school colors or something, that I can look nice and be active and be able to be comfortable. Because like me sweating, especially during junior high, is like not a great look. and I mean, because for those of you who teach junior high, or if you don't, they are high energy all the time.
And
like,
then you have to be high energy.
And I have to be like above that, at least in order to keep up with them. So it's crazy. So yeah, I agree. I think there's definitely a long tradition of like dress professionally, and when you look into the history books or old TV shows or even like just periodic movies or whatever, or period movies or whatever you call it, like suit and tie all the time for guys, dresses all the time for women, because like that's just how it was in every type of workplace. But like days and age changes, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I would say like after my first year of sweating my butt off for like just to look nice, I'm glad we work in a place that it's like continue to teach the best of your ability. If you need to be a little bit more comfortable with that, that's totally okay. I'm like, okay, good. I'm wearing tennis shoes every single day because I cannot be.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, it's just
that's my only thing.
And I go through tennis shoes so fast because of it. Like I'm alternating 3 or 4 shoes every week. It's still almost not enough because like they go out before like May, so pretty crazy. But so yeah, so shout out Lana Jennings for saying that, because if it weren't for her, I would be wearing shorts today.
Sorry, I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate.
It's
I don't need your mouth.
Hey, it's fine. People know the boyoyoing is part of the intro. People might be expected. I don't know. Or anticipated.
Yeah, Caitlin McCullough, the IMEA 2023
Shout
Student
out.
Teacher of the Year, keeps ignoring my text messages regarding the Three Rivers Athletic Conference.
Maybe she won't ignore a podcast episode.
I doubt it. She doesn't listen anyway. But whenever she texts me, the first text is she types out boing yoing 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 yoing. So my phone goes off, and then I say read new text message, and then the little Siri voice that I have goes boing yoing 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 yoing.
That's funny.
And then she'll text me again to tell me what she really wants to tell me, and
but it's like an Australian boyoyoing, because she's like
boy,
Caitlin
yo, yo, yo.
McCullough. Boyoyoyoyoing.
that was Scottish.
I don't
but
know.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm a music teacher, not
That was
a impressionist.
Icelandic.
That was very Reykjavik of me.
Reykjavik.
Of me.
Yeah.
Oh, are we talking
Reykjavik.
about my wedding again?
That's all we ever talk about.
So
That was
it's-
after
We can't get away from it.
Get away from that gold mine.
I'm telling you. The nerd that I am very grateful that yesterday our junior high had student council speeches during 9th hour, so I had the afternoon to actually do work, and I have like 75% of our solo and ensemble judges booked and ready to go. I am stoked about that.
There you go.
I do need to find a percussion judge. Justin is out.
Oh,
We know a guy.
we know. Actually, like
We know some.
legit. Like, do you like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
I'll
if
text him
anybody out there in the world, I need
Text
some
him right
woodwind
now.
judges. If anybody out there listens to us and wants to come to Mama's Roseville on March 8th, reach out to us at Music in the Making. Our email address is.
Music in the Making pod@gmail.com.
Be interested to see if anybody
It's like a 50% chance I was right.
of what.
Music of the
you
Making
didn't
pod.
sound confident.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I was typing at the same time.
There's not a question mark after pod. Music in the Making
Pod?
pod at gmail.com. But yeah, woodwind judges for some reason are tough to find. I've got one, but I've got feelers out for a couple others. But anybody wants to come and have a great time, our solo and ensemble contest I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
The atmosphere and everything. So
Art.
if you're looking to make a little bit of money and want to
Mhm.
judge some really great musicians, reach out to our podcast. Do you ever check that?
Yeah, I check it I check it at least once a week, just before, because if there's like questions and stuff people have, which you can use that same email address, musicinthemakingpod@gmail.com, to ask us any questions or any topics that you want us to talk about.
There was an exclamation.
And are we getting any of those?
Not yet.
Not
There's
yet,
still
people.
complaints of not enough Lisa talking.
Still?
No, but just
Mr. Martinez, I talk is whenever you let me.
well, Lisa, that's pretty true. But
That
you know,
is so true.
well, there's,
At March
this is getting out of hand. Now there are
I
two
was
of
like,
them.
Mr. Martinez, hello, let me.
yeah, that's
talk
true.
to
Sorry,
them.
I
It's
feel bad.
okay. It's hard. It's hard. It's like just we're getting used to like co-teaching and
Yeah.
you. I was thinking about that. You're so good. You want to keep going, go to the next thing, which is what you have to do. And it's when I'm across the field.
You're like, I have something to say.
have something to say.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you get to the high school in 20 minutes. I feel like that's not enough time, but you're so generous with 20 minutes. I saw you. Like, getting those kids.
Well,
Like,
the
who
kids
was-
who have to pack up the trailer, it's
Right.
like I have to give enough time.
Right,
to them.
I know, and but luckily enough of them have cars that it's like, okay,
Yeah.
but still, now that's
So-
great.
Can we talk about tomorrow?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What's happening tomorrow? What do you got going on?
Here's what I have going on tomorrow. For the first time in
Forever?
7 years, I am not going to a marching band competition. What are you two doing tomorrow?
We got a call time of 7:30 tomorrow. Yeehaw!
Where are you practicing?
Stadium.
Yes. Not at West Park.
Nope.
You won't, because my window is on the west side of my house.
Mm-hmm.
And West Park's like less than a block from my window. So the other night, I don't know if I told you guys this, you were practicing on a Monday night or Thursday night, whatever. My dog, it was last Thursday, a week ago yesterday, my dog would not shut up. All the bass drumming and stuff
Yeah.
going on. My dog's like, Giselle, shut up.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, your dog's name is what?
Giselle Bunchen Brady Ferry.
He's a Patriots fan, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Hey, you
Go
should
Pats.
email Mr. Matthews complaining about us practicing at West Park. That'd be really funny.
My dog, Giselle Bunchen Brady Ferry. The cornerstone of the Ferry family.
But
you
our
know?
cat's name's Tom Brady Ferry, so,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
And then you have that other cat.
I can't say
Yeah,
that cat's name
yeah.
on the air.
Rhymes,
Nothing? You were not even
Rhymes
to
with-
say thank you, Mr. Ferry? Thanks for not?
it rhymes with kitty. And part of the name is kitty.
Little bitty.
Little bitty.
Thank you, Mr. Ferry.
You're
for-
welcome. Being appropriate.
Yeah.
Being appropriate
Yeah.
on a very professional
Are you
podcast.
comfortable
Yeah.
putting your feet up on my office furniture?
And
I'm the
On a
only
broken
person not in a
office
comfy chair right now, so don't come at me.
I'll say I'm not gonna name this student, but like, boy, they were being very themselves at junior high today. Let's just say this individual has a trombone, and they're very high energy, and they're very much not like their older sister, and they were like literally trying to play trombone like that today. I'm like, really? I literally saw them sit down, pull another chair in front of them, put their
Oh
feet
my
up,
God.
and try to play trombone. I'm like, student who will not be named, what are you doing?
Hey, so those of you listening that think we have zero problems,
Yeah. We have normal things happen all the time, just like that.
like, oh, I have that stupid trombone player too.
My favorite thing now that half of the band I started is being like, I know your 5th grade teacher did not teach you that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
give them a little shame from the past.
Ooh, because you've been here long enough.
Uh-huh, it's awesome. It's so fun. I love it.
But I will say this: I had a conversation with Lisa this morning. I made the comment about like these 7th graders are really good at keeping time. Like, staying in time with a metronome was one of the hardest things I felt like last year. You know, now that when we finally got our equipment to use a metronome, it was such a huge adjustment for the 8th graders. Because we didn't have anything like that 2 years ago when they were 7th graders. But now, like now that the 8th graders now have had that experience, the 7th graders that are just come in have had that experience. Like, when we are doing our rhythm reading exercises in advisory, it's like they're great at counting.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You send us the link to the new episode when you posted it.
Uh-huh.
You've got a title. This one needs to be the A.D.H.D episode.
All directors have directions.
4 minutes ago, I'm like, "What are you guys doing tomorrow?" We have call at 7:30, and then
What?
is there a marching band competition tomorrow?
Let's tee that one up again. we took a hard swing and fell off the tee, and we're like, "Oh, get it next time. You get 2 more tries."
Well, tomorrow morning, actually, at 7:25, I'm gonna go play bugle on Broadway Street, facing someone's window.
Oh wait, what?
Can you
To wake
Can
up.
you elaborate?
To wake up my favorite choir teacher. Because
Oh,
we're not practicing at West Park.
Oh,
so
yeah, there you go.
Someone needs to wake up.
well, you need to wake up so that you are ready to go for a competition that you
Yeah.
will be at. She's making a joke.
It's a
She's gonna be
joke.
here early.
It's a joke. I'm going back like 3 conversations.
I don't-
And what I wanted to say but didn't get a
I'm
chance
so glad I
to.
live in another town.
I think AD.H.D is a good episode name. All
Leave your phone on
directors have
ring.
directions.
I thought,
Anyway.
you had a bugle. Who has it? You have a bugle?
We do in LaSalle. I need to bring that to my apartment. I have a little pocket trumpet. That'll work.
Like
A
the
horn.
Howlands have a bugle.
Yeah.
She's got a horn. She'll just use her horn. Her
Won't
French
be able
horn.
to hear it.
Her
It'll
French
be out
horn.
of tune. So.
Fight me.
I should bleep
Can't
that
be
out.
out of tune if you're playing with
I'll bleep
yourself.
that out. They just like,
That's
me.
not
Whoa,
true.
whoa,
That's-
violence! Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Uh,
Anyway, one more time. What are we doing tomorrow? We have a competition, our first competition of the year.
Okay, let me do this.
Okay.
Where's your competition at?
Washington.
Have we ever been to the Washington competition?
You said we haven't.
I don't-
Jonna says she thought we have before.
Maybe
let
Kyle's
me-
first or second year. Shout out Kyle.
Shout out. Maybe. Let me see when I get there tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not ringing any bells.
I don't think you've been there.
I don't either.
So what class are we? Because here's in my opinion, one of the can't the International Federation of Marching Band
Horn players.
people come up with a unified class system? Because in this competition, we're 1A in this contest because our school size is this. We're 4A in this competition because our band size is this. Like, can't we just come up with...
It's actually funny you said that
Yeah.
because there was literally Wesley from Roba. Shout out.
Shout out.
He actually posted an article from IMEA.
But he wrote that article.
I didn't realize.
He was posting an article he wrote.
Oh, good for him.
Okay.
Double shout out. I didn't realize that.
Dang
Anyway,
it. Read, man.
I'm working and trying to figure out
Holy
solutions to problems I
cow.
have.
What's the subject?
Anyway.
Okay, I know what he's talking about.
Anyway, but basically it's that same predicament is that small schools can't seem to keep up, small band programs cannot seem to keep up with larger band programs, and because when it's based on school size, because Macomb is about our school size, but their band is like almost twice as big as us.
Right, but that's... So, I have an argument.
We're in the same...
Into a debate here.
Right, but we're in the same class. That's the thing. And
But you should be.
well, but...
Because... Continue.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because the argument is, what's happening is, and they have, like, more equipment, or more this, or more that, and if we don't have those things, even if we're the same size, why are we not, like, being able to compete the same? Where versus, like, Rova is our same band size, they could still have the same amount of props or equipment or whatever, but at least the size of the band could be a little bit easier to judge versus a huge band. Because you can hide more things kind of in a huge band
Right.
versus a small band. That's also part of the problem.
Okay? So, in our lives as music teachers, and our governing body, the Illinois High School Association, one of the governing bodies, not only in music but in football and basketball and track, we have class designations based on school size. So I got into this argument when we went several years ago and changed, way back when at Solo Ensemble, only you had to choose. So 35 solos count for points, right?
Yeah.
Agreed? Everybody with me
Yes.
on that?
Mhm.
You had to choose which 35
Before?
beforehand.
Mm.
You had to choose which 35. And, like, you had to turn that in, 5 weeks beforehand. Well, you never know. You have an idea of, but then you have that two or three kids that flub it up and don't practice, and then you have the kid that you didn't put down to score points doesn't score. Okay, so I asked, can we just make it unlimited and your best 35, your best 22, and your best 6 count for points? I had a guy arguing with me that is a disadvantage to small programs. Okay?
Sure.
But there's a difference. So, here's my argument, and I'm going against exactly what you're saying. Macomb and Monmouth Roseville are relatively the same size of school.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively. They might have us by 100 kids,
Mm-hmm.
but we would be in the same class. We're in the same class in football, we're in the same class in volleyball, we're in the same class in all the other sports, right? I think we might be, I think they're a class above us in music, but irregardless, but there are 5 classes.
Sure.
So my argument is, this guy kept saying that hurts small programs. Well, this is why we have the classification system. It's not Macomb's fault that they have 110 kids in band and the same size school we are. That's our fault that we don't have 110 kids in band. It's not Rova's fault that they have 200 kids in their high school and they have to compete against a school of 550. Like, if Rova gets 100 kids out for band, they should still be competing against schools that are their size. Don't hurt Wes because he has a huge band. That's it drives, because you never know. Am I class A? Am I class 2A? Am I class 3A?
I think for something
because
like,
is this band size? Is this school size? Just make it consistent.
yeah,
Make it consistent for every competition.
And I think, like, yes, I can see that.
And the marching band director's wanting to kill me right now, and that's fine.
Well, no, it's okay. I think, there's something to that, but I think, like, let's say that if we're school size, let's say Macomb has their 100, let's say we have 9 people in our band.
But that's your fault.
Well, no, but, like, here's the thing. The judge sheet is the same exact thing. So if they have lines in their show, and they mess up their lines, but we have a line in our show, and we hit our line and hit our dots, that we could automatically be above them based on points. You know what I mean? So it's like, if the band size is about the same, then the drill will speak for itself. The moves will speak for itself on execution.
Maybe I should just shut up, because I don't know. It's fine.
I have lived both sides of this, and because at LP, it was a school of 1,200, and our band was like 95 when I was there. So, like, we were all like, we're only going to contests where it's done by band size. And, like, that's a district that pulls in. There's something crazy, like 14 feeder schools. So there's only so much that high school band director can do, because it's not like us, who we start them and we recruit and everything. But I also am now here, and I'm feeling the flip side of that, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go based on school size more. I think it should, both should be play-in. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I haven't thought about it, but like a grid, x-axis, y-axis. If your
Here's the thing,
band size
too.
is this, your school size is this.
Here's the thing, too. It's also dependent on the
Festival
judges.
Yeah.
Because the judges are very, like, you have people who have been in core, like both DCI and, like, the other cores and stuff. You've had people who've just taught for so many years, right? And they all have their traditional aspects of what marching band is, but the art of marching band also has changed a lot. Like, it used to be like who had the best sound and who had the best moves. Now it's like those things, but then if you don't have props, if you don't have flash, if you have flash to your show, you somehow don't do the effect is not as impactful versus a school that has those things. And it's not always necessarily money. Like, you could have those things and them be like hand-me-down materials, but if they're not adding to the effect of the band and not helping with that, it seems to be that smaller schools are at a disadvantage because of it.
Well, and my thing is also smaller schools. I don't. And again, I don't know. I don't know anything.
This is your podcast.
But this.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I don't want Wes Anderson to come and fight me. So, shout out.
Cautious shout out.
The school size, bigger size of schools, music departments don't necessarily get more money from the district. Like, this school gets so much more support than bigger schools I've worked with. So, I don't see using that as like, oh, bigger schools get more money, like, as a 100% argument.
Yeah, it's...
And I know we're a special...
Yeah, special case.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I think the whole marching band thing is so different than other types of contests because there's really no consistency with the judges unless all those judges are going to every single competition.
Yeah.
You know, like, everyone has their backgrounds, everyone has what they think a marching band is, and then when they put that number on the paper, like, going to the next band, they start noticing, generally speaking, the bigger it is, the flashier it is, the more stuff they have, and then it's like, oh, now we're getting to the marching band that I expect. Versus they have no idea where we're coming from. I think I actually don't know, because I won't say which competition, but I'm almost positive one of the Google Forms I filled out said, what was your budget for this year?
Interesting.
Because again, they're queuing in on, like, I have 50 people, but my budget was $100,000 this year because I got new uniforms and you know. So it's like, if I got those things, then, maybe that'll help with the effect of where to place you. Like I said, I'm not going to say where I saw that on a Google form, but I'm 95% sure I saw that question. I didn't know how to answer it. So yeah, it's not. I feel like marching band is not as cut and dry as something as solo ensemble. You can tell when someone's practiced. You can tell when someone's when someone's good. Marching band, it's like you're relying on X amount of individuals to do their part 100% correctly, and then if you have 9 people versus 100, the 9 people is going to be way more obvious than the 100.
I think you can play it back. And my original question is, why can't it be consistent? Why is it different at different competitions?
Yeah.
Why can't the International Federation of Marching Band Directors get together and say, you know what? Every competition has to be based on band size. Every competition has to be based on school size.
I think it's good because then we can choose what is best for our program. Again, LP chose, like, we are going to be...
She's yelling at me.
She's right next to you, too.
This is how I talk. Okay,
No,
maybe
it's not.
Sorry. This is how she talks about marching band.
That was a little more pointed.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe standardization isn't the best because, again, I know my director looked at the students in front of him, the show we were producing, with what was our reality at that point, and said it will be the best experience for them if they're not going against huge schools with way more established programs with 100 more people in their marching band.
Yeah. What I'll say is this, because again, Kevin, I think you have a good point. I think what I'll say is any of you directors out there who are trying to find or are planning your marching band competitions for the next year, or when you start to, I should say, if you want to ask, saying, hey, how are you judging? Or, like, how are you classing? Because you're concerned that your 5-piece marching band is going up against 100. I mean, ask the question. You know, I'm sure you'll have to just, like, sometimes just go as far as you can go. Like, don't drive 5 hours unless you really want to drive 5 hours for that competition. For me, it's like, I don't mind the mix. I don't mind going up against Macomb and I don't. But then I also don't mind going up against like Rova sometimes. It just depends on the location, you know. And sometimes also like you just happen to go up against another band just because like just scheduling. So like maybe you should be in Class 2A, but because of scheduling, you're now 1A because of just something that on the the host's end. So
yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes I change it just because this band
To
will
even
have
it up.
one person in their division.
yeah, like
and that's not fun for anyone. So.
yeah. So sometimes
You get a trophy, and you get a trophy, and you get a trophy.
that's what I'm gonna be saying to everyone today when we win at Washington. Everyone's getting a trophy.
Oh, so he's your assistant tomorrow?
Yeah, you can take the day off. It's
Okay.
fine. Just play taps at 25 so you can wake up.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Because
it.
you know that, because if he doesn't put his charger in the right way, he doesn't
You better
make it
not
to-
call in sick tomorrow.
I'm just saying, if we're winning tomorrow, you're the assistant. That's how.
That's true.
That's how this.
I mean, it is how it rolls.
I mean,
and
yeah,
get
absolutely.
That,
He's like, tomorrow, though, specifically.
but I have stuff to do tomorrow. I got to go announce
To
a
Washington.
football game.
Oh, are you doing the
Or doing radio.
JFLs or?
No, it's Bushnell Prairie City. I don't know if they're Bushnell Prairie City, West Prairie. They're 8-man football. 8-man football game tomorrow. Temple and I are going down to Bushnell to where it all started.
Are you ready for the football?
Okay, you.
A Saturday tradition.
Never mind.
What? Say
You
it.
need to watch your mouth when you're on live radio.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Plug the
I do.
podcast.
So why don't you do it here?
Okay, plug the podcast while you're doing it. But
I will. I'd be like, hey, all you football fans, go to Music and Making.
I was thinking.
go listen to our latest episode.
Hey, did we give Blake or whoever those cards?
No, I didn't. They're sitting on my end table.
Okay, can we bring those
Look at
and,
it
and
all
put
the
them in a
time.
place where they're
They're a little,
useful?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Hey,
That's basically what I tell my junior high kids.
So-
hey, where's your instrument? Set a reminder for yourself. Didn't you let your parents know?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Shout out to that student I had that conversation with all week.
so
And they brought it back
was
today.
it this week we got that really nice email from Beth?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
So yeah,
Shout out.
How nice,
Beth.
How nice was that?
Kidder.
That Beth at Kidder is listening to our podcast and she thinks we're funny.
Yeah.
Like you and me. I mean, she loves Lisa, but like she thinks we're funny.
I mean, that's I think everybody but the one person that writes in all the time and complains.
Yeah. The maid of honor or whoever that was.
Was that who it was? The maid of honor.
I think
She
it
was one of them.
Or one of
she
them.
wasn't the
How many
first
maids
one,
of
though.
honor?
No.
I think there's only one maid of honor.
I-
Oh,
she-
right.
no,
Trend?
but there's multiple people emailing.
That's true. The statistics don't
Are there
lie.
really?
There was like three different people that I've been for Lisa.
Bruce.
Yeah.
No, and I told
This
none
is
of them
Alan?
to do that. The first one was a surprise to me. She didn't even tell me she did it.
I don't know. But, that was a very nice email from Beth, and we need to get those cards out to get a music service, so maybe more music teachers, and maybe Blake will drop them off at places and be like, here, go listen to this podcast.
maybe.
We sponsor it, so that
Yeah.
if
And,
we help you out, help us out.
and so, Beth, we're here to announce the newest promotion at Kidder Service. If you mention Music in the Making, 75% off!
Your first
For
order.
legal reasons.
For your-
That was a joke.
75% off one read.
One canister of
single
valve oil.
read. Yeah. Half used.
What are we doing, Miss Hallen? You're on your computer again. Are you still GCNing?
I'm grading.
If you want to know why Miss Hallen doesn't talk
She's doing work.
on podcasts,
She does work.
It's because she's either doing her GCNs or she's doing grades.
GCNing.
Stuff to do.
Grade.
She doesn't have time for her podcast.
I think I've talked an acceptable amount today.
You got that right. Yeah, way to go, Lisa.
I'm so tired of you making fun of me.
Oh, that's not true, Lisa.
All these kids that didn't take the test today.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Wow.
Are you working?
We
when
seriously
we're podcasting?
have a kid in our school named Isaiah Thomas. That's awesome.
Oh, like
Are
wait,
you-
football?
Like the basketball
Oh
player.
yeah,
He's
okay.
wow.
I said football. But
I'm
Are we-
sorry,
are we
Music in
allowed
the
to-
Making
Are we allowed to
listeners.
say children's names on the
We do it
Well-
all the time.
No.
Yeah, I mean like, I don't know who that student is, so and they,
Okay.
they
He's
probably don't
probably
listen,
awesome.
and they probably don't listen.
Oh.
But you know what? To
Oh my
Mr.
gosh.
Ferry's chagrin, if that's the right word to use for this instance, he probably is an amazing singer.
I
Anyway.
had
Chagrin is the right word for that.
Thank you.
yes.
Okay. Thanks for
I
backing me
had
up.
students like I'm listening to the podcast right now in piano class earlier, and I was like,
Why aren't
I'm
you
right
doing
in
piano?
front of you. Stop it.
Can
But
you
thank
email-
you, but stop it.
Email the podcast. At. All right. Well, to briefly go back, yeah, we have a first competition tomorrow. It's early. It really is early. No. I already have.
A.D.H.D.
I already have the
Yeah.
title. I already have the title written down. But anyway, we have a first
Holy
competition tomorrow, and it's early. I think a lot of people would agree it's very early. But my rationale is we gotta get out of the way. I'm confident we'll do well, but genuinely, it's not really for us to go out there and like win necessarily. I think we'll do well.
Then
but
why are you doing it?
Because they need to.
Then why are you doing it?
They need to
If
understand
you
the
ain't gonna win,
process.
why do it? Right?
They need to know the process of how a
No.
competition works.
I
'Cause-
just hope they have fun.
Because I will say this: the next three competitions,
Ooh.
brutal. Geneseo's next, then Morton, and then Western. So only just the three biggest hitters in our area when it comes to competition. So Washington's kind of like a softball throw a little bit. It's going to be like, hey, here is how it works. So now you know how to prepare going forward. Because next week we have a football game, but we don't have a competition. And then it's Geneseo. And then it's Morton, actually, I think after that. No, maybe a week off. Then Morton, and then a week off for homecoming for us. Then homecoming is for Western not too long after that.
Let's go next.
Then it's Western, and then we're done. So, looking
He's
forward
all
to it
over
tomorrow.
the place today.
What? That has to do with our topic, doesn't it?
Well, the week, and then this,
okay.
we're
Mr. Ferry, don't you have a football game to go win or something?
we're gonna try. Do you have a read or something about Kidder today, or do we just say Kidder's awesome? Go visit kiddermusic.com.
I think I'll just. Well, I guess if we're wrapping up already.
I gotta
I just
go.
wanted to keep talking. Thank you, Kidder.
What minute are we on?
37.
That's a pretty long podcast. I mean, I know we've gone an hour and a half
So we
before
go,
'cause
like-
Lisa talks forever.
Yeah. I do not. Yeah, you do, Lisa. Come on. Just admit it, especially your wedding episode.
I'm trying to get my grading done. Leave me alone.
Well, can you just do it later?
Crispin will be mad.
I'm sure it'll be okay.
He also called out people who don't have any grades in the grade book in the meeting.
Uh-oh.
So,
I didn't
Nice job, Al.
I didn't
Come
say
on.
that at all. I said nothing about grades.
hey, there was a meeting before your meeting.
All of our grades are in the grade book,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
Yeah.
I know, I have some stuff to grade. I'm doing it.
Anyway, thank you, Kidder, for being a sponsor. We look forward to having Beth and Blake on at some point, too.
Yeah, we need
'cause I
to
think,
arrange that and get
so,
them down here. On
Shout
the
out to
phone,
you
right?
guys
Yeah.
and getting you out here at some point.
Maybe the 20th. 20th is the road game.
Oh.
Where are we at? Oh no, we're in Mendota. We leave at
Oh,
like
like
1:30 or something.
Noon? Yeah.
It's dumb.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
It's stupid.
But thank you guys for everything you do for us, especially lately with all the equipment that we ordered for this year. We're really appreciative of everything.
Beth did comment on your finally.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. That was really dumb. But I'm very thankful it got here as quickly as it did because I've already started to put it together. All right, thank you guys. Until next time, goodbye. Very good, Lisa. That was a great one.
That was really good. Sounded like she had a frog in the
I
like.
did. Like, oh.
I got a frog in my throat. Sorry.
Oh, it sounds like you got
Girl, bye.